Hello everyone, my topic today is digital games and violence. Now, this video tutorial is about to start, but first, let me tell you some statistics about video games. Surprisingly, video game industry makes millions, even billions of dollars a year from 2012 to up to now 2015. There are 5 kinds of games listed in this chart. I think most of us play some of them. Are we part of this to make this industry grow so fast like this? Now, this slide shows how fast does the number of video game players in China grow in 5 years. In 2008, there are only 67 millions of video game players in China, but in 2013, there are over 450 million players in China. From the graph, we can see the graph doesn't even curl, it just grows in a straight line. The average US gamer aged 13 or older spent 6.3 hours a week playing video games during 2013. That's up from 5.6 hours in 2012, which was up from 5.1 hours in 2011. Who knows how long people will play their games in 10 years from now? A major question that is asked by people from our society is, does video game or does violent video games making us more aggressive or violent? So here let me introduce you about something about violent games. Violent games started and boomed in the 90s in the United States. And there's a research showing that young people are routinely able to get their hands on games that are rated M for mature or AO, adults only. 3/4 of parents who were surveyed said they always or sometimes checked the ratings on their kids' game, and yet half of boys who were questioned listed a game with an M or AO rating as one of their favorites, compared with 14% of girls. How do we measure the violent rates of a video game? So here I introduce about VVGE. VVGE is a questionnaire firstly introduced by Anderson and Deal, in which participants playing frequency and violent content ratings of their 5 favorite games are multiplied and averaged to form a composite score. This is a way to measure the correlation between violent games and aggression. However, different results were presented. Some researchers conclude that there is some correlation. The VVGE is largely mediated by other variables. Others conclude from the study that the correlation is not significant. Another measure is called GAM, which is General Aggression Model. GAM is one research approach in explaining how the aggressive behaviors from instruments are understood and the internal relationship between the beliefs and social behavior, including hostility. The GAM approach insists what people have learned, their cognition, their context, will affect their actions. Wait, so does violent video games really give us violence or not? The answer is, let's jump into the catalyst mode, which is a model based on biological disposition, and it's calculated by GAM and VVGE. This mode is invented by Ferguson in 2008. This model focuses on innate motivations, biological dispositions, and other more fundamental environmental factors such as peer and family influence. The model states that an aggression-prone personality develops mostly throughout biological and genetic disposition. However, these relatively invariant factors are moderated by environmental aspects, for example family, in a positive or negative direction. This model focuses on more intrinsic factors in people and consider the exposure to digital games or other factors as a catalyst for a person's characters. This model insists that the violence is there with or without the games. Without the game, the violence just might not be exposed. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I'm now about to play this game with my friend. You ask me what game is it? It's World of Warcraft, the best game. Thanks again for watching.